Hello YouTube, we're doing a modification to this stove. We've noticed several times now after using it, we have to open the doorways about at least a quarter of an inch when we're starting it because it wants to puff back. It's not getting enough air when it starts. Once you get it burning good, and I would recommend having a pretty tall chimney on it, stovepipe. Mine's about 4 foot. I use my tin can one that adds to that, so it's about a total of 4 feet. That it's not drawing enough air to start. Once it's burning, it'll burn good. Once you get some piece of wood in there, you can just leave this open. If you shut it down, the stove will shut. It'll just die out. There's no oxygen. This gasket works that good. It's kind of hard to explain how I do this. This is 2-inch conduit, but I start by setting it up here and getting the curve to it, and then guessing about how far it's going to be. And I always measure this out good, the circumference, then quarter it. And we make this first. So we made this part up here first and went down. We just started going down. So we have to go further here. But what we use is small cutter blades. You can make a curve with a cutter blade when they're small. And then we use small grindstones, even as small as this. I never throw them away. Another tip. This stone is a nice soft stone for grinding soft metal. It doesn't have the crisscrossed fiberglass stuff in it. You usually get these when you get a grinder. Save these for good stuff. So I've had this for who knows how long, but it usually comes when you buy a cheap grinder. But it's really nice for soft metal. Back to the story here. This will have a cover on here that swivels. I'll probably have it pivot down here, so it opens, it pivots down. And this will also be used as a clean out. Now down here, we're going to figure out a way to either block this off flat or we're going to taper it. So we'll have the hole maybe a little longer. We'll have it kind of tapered. This will be used as a clean out. We'll make a little small tool. It's only like 2-inch diameter. The outside's like 2 3/8. Piece of conduit, so it's never exact to what some tubing pipe is. We'll make a little tool, and this will be our clean out. So we'll just stick our tool in there and pull all the ashes out. It'd be a quick way to clean the stove out. Once the stove's burning, we won't have to use it. So I wanted to show this before I got too far. We were going to braze this because it'll be easier to clean up than welding. I'll just braze it around there. It's all lightweight stuff. That way, if I do a good job, I won't even have to grind it. I do have a rotary tool. It's just a stove. But when we're done, we'll show how we did what we decided here, whether make this flat or taper it back. So it's kind of a tapered hole. But I'll get up here and show them one more time. So we don't know if we're going to taper that back, just block it off. That'll give you plenty of air, plus it'll make a nice clean out. We can have a little tool made, reach inside, just shovel it out this hole. Camera strap, it's always in the way. But, back to... Okay, we got about the final shape. There'll be a few little gaps, like where that's squared, that'll braze in. You can always lay a little piece of metal down there to fill in too, so you use less brazing rod. That's it. We're going to braze it in. That's what kind of hole it makes. We're just going to have a flat piece on the bottom that will just block off this end. Half round, half moon shape. That'll be like a pocket. When we scrape with our tool, we'll be scraping the ashes down. It'll fall down here, then scrape them out. We'll have a tool that will fit in here, so we'll be able to rake the ashes out. That'll be a clean out. We'll have a round. We'll just show when we're done. We showed that in a couple other videos. It'll just be whatever a nut here brazed on, and then your disc, little piece sticking up for your finger where you just, or whatever on there, so you just slide it open, slide it back closed. We had a few coals left in here. They started on fire earlier. No biggie, we're out here. We always got a fire extinguisher, a bucket of water around. Started a fire in there. A few coals we had left. But we're done with that. We'll have another little short video clip when it's all done. Okay, we're going to show how we put that on there, but first we'll show you that we got a piece brazed on there. Well, that fits up in there. Okay, how we do this is we take a nut and we drill it out so the bolt can slide through it. The same nut as we have here. Okay, we'll just braze the nut on here, center it. Then we'll put some brazing. We'll show a picture. We'll put some brazing on, kind of make like a shoulder, and grind that zinc coating galvanizing off your stuff, even if you're going to weld it. Because you can spot weld it with a small welding rod, like a 16th inch. Then we'll put this on here, and we'll mark where the hole's going to be. We want to build that first. This is a little long. We just left it that way because we had it held in the vice grips as we was making it round and cutting it and stuff. So we left extra. So we had something to hang on to there and work on it. So no biggie. Possibly though, when you have that, you could push on this, and that'd be your little lever to start flipping it open. But it's only going to be used starting the stove and to clean the stove. So it doesn't have to have nothing special on the lever. You could still move this. You could just grab on it and move it. You have to have a glove on, but I think you get the idea.